Black cake is a Caribbean special dessert specifically around Christmas time. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my black cake, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this recipe. Alright, so first things first, I am going to go ahead and cream my butter, and I'm using 4 sticks of butter, so you just want to go ahead and remove that from the package. Then I'm going to go ahead and just cream that for about a minute or so. Then you want to go ahead and add in your eggs, and I am using 6 eggs for this recipe. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my brown sugar, and I am adding 2 cups of brown sugar here. 2 packed cups of brown sugar. And then incorporate everything together with my mixer. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my flour, and I'm adding 3 cups of flour in here and combine that together. Okay, let's pause for a tiny minute. With that, let's go and blend up our fruits. I have my fruits soaking. I have these fruits soaking for like about 2-3 weeks. You could have your fruit soaking for months, years, but make sure you have it soaking at least a couple days before you plan to make your cake. So I'm just going to remove some of the fruits, and I'm going to blend it up in my blender so that there's less chunks. And I do not want much chunks of fruits in my cake, so I'm going to be pureeing this pretty smooth. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my blended fruits into the flour and egg and sugar mixture. And I'm going to get that incorporated. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my baking powder, clove, cinnamon, and nutmeg. I love adding those three spices to a lot of, well, mostly all of my cakes, because to me it adds so much nice flavor to the cake. And then we're going to go ahead and add some browning or burnt sugar, and this is what's going to get your cake super black. But you don't want to add too much of it, because it could make your cake taste a little bitter after you finish baking it. So I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons or so of the browning. Then finally some vanilla essence. Let's go ahead and mix up everything together. Now you could also add some almonds or almond essence in your cake as well. It gives it a nice flavor if you have. Is she looking good? I like this kind of color. I'm not going to add any more browning because, as I said, I don't want it to get too bitter. But yeah, she looking real good. Let me know what's you guys' favorite kind of cake to have, especially around Christmas time. I love me some black cake. I love me some cherry cake. Ciao. Then I'm going to add up a quarter cup of that same alcohol blend that the fruits were soaking in. I'm going to add a quarter cup of that in the mixture. Then you want to make sure your pan is well greased and floured. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour my mixture into my pan. All right, and then you want to go ahead and put this to bake, and I have a water bath in there just to prevent the cake from drying out and from the bottom burning. I'm going to go ahead and add my cakes in my oven. And you want to bake this at 350 for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Just add our cakes and let them bake. Alright, so while the cake is still hot, you want to go ahead and add that alcohol. Make sure the steam, make sure that you use to soak your fruits in. Go ahead and pour that over the cake so that will be nice and moist. Now this cake is gonna have your whole house smelling good. Mm-mm-mm. And then I'm just gonna add some cherries for garnishing. All right, now the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and cut us a slice of cake when it's nice and cool. Let's go ahead and take your time and cut yourself nice, generous piece of cake. Now, every other day or so, you could probably add a couple tablespoons of alcohol over your cake to preserve it and make the alcohol content stronger. This cake was nice, just enough from not too sweet, nice and moist. Perfection. I hope you guys try this. I will list the recipe in the description bar, and I'll see y'all later.